Volunteers at Hosparus Health are working to change the lives of patients and families with their support. Today, our Elle Bottom took a closer look at how they're supporting the work and how you can get involved.
Over 40 years ago, Hosparus Health was formed by a group of volunteers who were dedicated to supporting families. Fast forward to today, volunteers are a vital part of Hosparus. I'm joined by volunteer manager Sylvia Johnson, and this is such a cool space that you have. And so how crucial are volunteers within Hosparus?
Hosparus serves about 1,200 patients daily. And we have a wonderful, robust staff. But when you think about the care and the effort that goes into the care of those patients and families, you need some support.
Right.
And so volunteers are essential. And they're actually federally mandated by hospice regulations as well. And so in order for us to operate, they must be a part of the care that we provide. So we literally could not be here without them.
Yeah, and so this has a huge impact on patients and the families. And so I'm sure it's just so motivating for these volunteers to come out, and the longevity, because once you become a volunteer here, you stay for quite a while.
Yes, you become a part of our family. And so we have a number of volunteers who have served here for 15, 20, even 40 years. And so when you think about when we started, they were here almost essentially at the beginning, and they are still very much invested in the work that we do here for patients and families in the area.
And you're always looking for volunteers. What are the roles like within volunteering?
So over the last 40 plus years, as the organization has expanded, opportunities have expanded. Volunteers serve in this space here, which is our grief counseling center, and they can help facilitate programs for support groups or family programs. We have a wonderfully robust program for child and adolescent groups that operates during the academic year. And so the volunteers will help the licensed clinicians facilitate those programs, get feedback, interact with the families, even visit bereaved families at home if they need that additional support. And so if you want to work with those who have already experienced loss, that's a wonderful opportunity for you. If you are thinking more along the lines of supporting people who are going through chronic or critical illness or have been diagnosed with a terminal condition, we have patient and family support volunteers that visit people wherever they call home. It can be in our inpatient facility downtown. It can be in a skilled nursing facility. It can be in a private residence. And so supporting those families in those homes, being companions, being respite, being people who run errands, grocery shopping, things like that. Volunteers can do all of that work as well. And then something new that we've started this fall, we now have a partnership with Dare to Care. And so families that are experiencing trouble accessing food, it's always been a challenge, especially if you think of someone who is the sole caregiver and you can't leave your loved one, but you need to go to Kroger, right? Or you've had to give up your job,
yeah.
right? And so money is tight. And so now our volunteers will contact the families, find out what the needs are. They go to Dare to Care, they pick up, they sort all the donations, and they deliver it to their door. And in some cases, we'll even put it in the fridge for you. And so volunteers have really picked up anywhere that we identify that there's a need for the population that we serve. They step right in and they help us make that happen for them.
Yeah, and you oversee all the volunteers within Louisville.
Yes.
So how many of those volunteers are there?
We have, in the Louisville area, we have about 278 volunteers, which seems like a lot. But when you think about how large the geographic area is, it's not much.
Right.
For Hosparus Health as a whole, we have about 500, and that's in southern Indiana and western Kentucky.
Yeah, so you definitely need the volunteers, and so they need to get in touch with you. And so how do they do that?
If you are interested in volunteering, you can go to our website, hosparushealth.org, and just click on volunteers and hit apply now. There are some onboarding requirements, and so we do need to run a background check, and you do have to come to training. We can't just send you out.
Right.
But then you get to spend the morning with me, and it's great. And we will teach you everything you need to know in order to be a support in the community where you live, to help those who are experiencing grief, loss, or chronic illness.
Yeah, because these are the people who are the heart and soul of the business. This is why Hosparus got started in the beginning anyway. So thank you so much for kind of taking the lead and, setting them up for success, because your patients for sure need it.
Well, it's a pleasure for us. We hear so much great feedback and stories. And the truth is, a number of our volunteers are people who've had an experience with us, and they want to give back as well. So we are just grateful to have those experiences, and we are so So I'm grateful that people have invited us into their lives at such a crucial time.
Sylvia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So again, to learn more, just go to hosparushealth.org.